Hi there, my name is Marty Giblin, and I am a weight loss surgery patient from Newcastle, Delaware. And I would like to take a moment to reintroduce myself to the entire weight loss community. So, approximately 6 years ago, um, I ran into a fellow named Tom Smith and a young lady named Wendy Campbell. Um, as you might have guessed, I Googled it. And I was looking for folks that had also had weight loss surgery and were talking about it on YouTube. And I found a banded Wendy and a Philly Tomcat. And both of them were crazy as hell, and I fell in love with them immediately. Um, I followed their journeys, and I actually got the guts to contact both of them through comments that I'd left on videos, and also was eventually invited to join their Facebook friends. Join their Facebook community. I was pretty new to Facebook, but kind of a veteran with YouTube because I like to listen to music videos. So Tom had introduced himself and reached out to me and told me that he had met a young lady named Shonda from South Philly, and they were thinking about putting together what they were calling a meet and greet. And I thought that was pretty easy. This was going to be like a potluck supper or a like an organized event at a restaurant. And lo and behold, they did organize that. And all the meanwhile, I'm catching up with the volumes of videos that Wendy is putting up, and trying to catch up with everybody. I'd already had my weight loss surgery in August of 2010, and at this point it was, I guess, the summer of 2011, I would guess. And so Tom actually gives me a call on the phone and says, "Hey, I'd really like to meet you before the meet and greet. I want to get more comfortable with the people that are coming, and I could use maybe a little assistance with the meet and greet, or maybe you could help out in some sort of way if you can." And so I invited Tom down to putz around with me at the Newcastle Farmers Market, which is a wonderful place if you'd ever like to come down and visit with me. And I took him to Old Newcastle, which is quite a gem. It's a 300 or 400-year-old city that's about 5 minutes from my house. And Tom and I got along famously, and I just thought he was probably one of the most honest, unique young men that I've met in quite a while, and he seemed to be on a mission to put people together, like-minded people. And I'm going to warn you, the trash truck is coming soon, so it might get a little bit noisy. So Shonda and Tom put this thing together, and lo and behold, we have a hurricane. And I forget what her name was, but she was a mean and nasty woman, and she rolled over most of Atlantic City. So I'll be and I'm pausing. Our meet and greet got canceled, and I'll postpone until October. And we met on October the 1st, and I guess there's about 35 people we met at the Tavern in Atlantic City, which is a really, really upscale, microbrewery place. And I wouldn't believe the type of people that I met, and they were just so down to earth. I was so inspired by all their testimonials and by all their stories. And at the end of the meet and greet, I had come with Tom to the meet and greet, so we're all in the car right after the meet and greet, and we're just talking about how awesome it went. And I get introduced to someone called Antonia Namnath, and Tom called her Tony, and he said that she had this awesome group called the Weight Loss Surgery Foundation of America, and that all of our money that we just made on Waverly would be, sent to Tony, someone I'd never heard of, and I was like, oh wow, she must be doing something important. Tom's got a good head on his shoulders, and it started a beautiful relationship with quite a few people, and that's where I got started. And 6 years later, I have so many beautiful friendships to be thankful for. Just grab my coffee here. And unlike most of you, I had my weight loss surgery to have another surgery, and many of you know that I've had chronic back and neck problems throughout my entire life, and I was diagnosed with scoliosis when I was 9 years old, and the journey's been long, but the friendships have been stronger, and you guys are what has held me together throughout all this. And I guess the point of taking you on the stroll through memory lane is that everybody comes from someplace, and we all need a place to belong and to be a part of. And I thank God every day that I was able to meet some of the, what turned out to be the leaders of our community, in Tom Smith and Wendy Campbell and Tony Namnath, and in turn, they all introduced me to, the movers and shakers and the people that were really contributing. Now, and I'm going to be dead honest with you, I haven't been able to give back much as far as time, energy, and resources. But my heart has always been with the organization, and I guess you could say, if you were from this area, the Eagles fans bleed green, but I bleed blue. I live and I laugh and I grind through all of your stories and your comments, your videos, your contributions on Facebook. For me, I've done a really poor job at keeping up with Facebook. It's something I'm still learning 6 years later, and some of you might think that's selfish or just a poor excuse. But for those of you who know me, you know that my health has prevented me from being a contributor to the social media aspect of our community. I've attended quite a few meet and greets. I've only been to the national ones, and I'll be in Portland, Oregon this year. Unfortunately, I missed our meet and greet this year because I wasn't able to recover fast enough after back surgery too. I was in really bad shape, and I'd lost the use of my legs. And as you can see, I'm standing here today. Standing is a good thing for me. But basically, my days are comprised of standing and sitting and laying flat until I have my final surgery. And that surgery is going to be tomorrow. And so I'm asking all of you for your prayers and your continued love, and I want to thank you for everything that you've done for me throughout the last 6 years. And I'm hoping to be able to see some of you at the Atlantic City meet and greet and at the Portland meet and greet. I love you all very, very much. Though my health might be in decline, my heart has never been in decline. And my heart is with all of you.